Hello everyone, I'm Seifan. I'm going to show you two custom nodes that I've been working on to kind of save up on some time. So mainly what the issues that I was experiencing with some of the custom nodes, for example, the way you either do a preview image or save image, of course, for ComfyUI. So you also, of course, need to choose the name for each one of the images that you are setting up or generating, and then either click on the generated image and, of course, right click, open, and then save as. And that kind of, when you're generating a lot of images, of course, this takes a lot of time to kind of every time maybe even change folders for each one of the images, or I don't really like the option to autosave all the images. It kind of takes a lot of space, and of course, not all of the images are ones you want to eventually save, because they're kind of generating a lot of garbage if you do not like them. So I kind of created the new two custom nodes. The first one is, you can see here, of course, it's the visual resolution picker, which basically it's kind of giving you the option to save to kind of select resolution kind of by dragging on the grid. And of course you can, there are a lot of stuff here. Most of this you can ignore. You can either just select manually the resolution you want to work with here, or of course you can also doing a multiplier on that, meaning it will show you the multiplied values underneath. This can help you if you want to also use here, for example, an upscaler and pass specific values to it and stuff. And you can also lock it to a specific ratio, for example. Once you drag it, you see that it kind of follows the same, while using the step size as the transition between one resolution and the other. So do play around with this one. Once you kind of get to install this in your custom nodes, if you feel like you kind of want to give it a try. It's still a work in progress, but mostly what I wanted from it is currently available and working. So it's not perfect, of course. There might be some issues that you will notice, but what we are going to do now is just, I'm going to show you the second one. I will use a free one, for example. I will use this sort of let's just anchor this like that. And the second one, of course, is something that I kind of build up to save on, not using the preview and save image from ComfyUI. I just kind of did it for myself. So basically, once you have the chance to kind of import it into your own, so you can just see it looks like this. So what it will allow you to do, so first of all, kind of give it some kind, because this for some reason the default folder does not exist. So let's give it something that it can work with. For example, this as the base, and I start from there. I will take it to the main folder I use to generate stuff. So I will take it like a new generation. I will take actually I don't want the posters to be the main workspace for myself, so I will just set the new generations folder as the base one. And what I'm also going to do, for example, here, I will just see the root folder with all the subfolders inside of it. So through here I can just click and do like add another one, like maybe movies. For example, I create another folder and I can create subfolder within it. For example, 01 will tell you it was created, and I can just pick that, and you will see the output folder for the generated images. Basically, once I click on save selected, it will go to this folder inside of the workspace that we are having here, and it will kind of give you a quick overview or browsing abilities inside of the node itself. You can collapse it, of course, once you chose the folder that you want to save or to work with. What else do you have here? So for the file name, you have options to kind of set up some custom format for the file name. For example, if I would like to do this sort of, if I'm generating posters, for example, so I will do something like that. while taking, for example, I have options to either like sort of grade each one of the images and then click on the save selected. So in this instance, I will just do something like okay, sorry, yeah, it does not copy it for some reason, but let's just enter it manually. And what this is going to do, it's going to take your grade, the number of grade that you gave, and kind of multiply the star character to represent like the grading that you gave. So this is kind of for quick search inside of the library, so you can, for the files or images that you saved, you can kind of browse quickly to the correct area and see most of what you really like, right? Or you can also use the star number. For example, if I gave like any grade, sort of a grade, it kind of will add up to the name. So in this instance, I'm just going to work with this, and it will of course also check the last available index, and will use this automatically. You don't have to really do anything, so it will not override other images you already saved. And this one will currently leave aside. Basically, once set up, it should look like something like this. Basically, let's generate a few images. I have here an upscaler which is also attached to this, and I have two models that I'm currently working with. Let me generate a few images so you can see how it looks like once set up. You can see basically here I've chosen the specific images or folder that I want to use. And so here basically, so in a moment you will just see the images starts to kind of generate, and once they do, I will kind of take you through the process of how you actually save them and how you can view them to see that they are being saved with the correct formatting in the correct folder. Give it one moment. I'm doing this over many experiments. In this case, two models, one to kind of generate a base image and another one to kind of add up a little more to it with not too many details. So you can see here a few of the images that are being generated. I'm going to like grade each one of them just so I can save. That seems okay. Let's just kind of do specific. Yeah, okay, and you can keep on scrolling between them. Currently we are generating 4 images. You can view them as grid as well if you like, and select each one of the images basically that you want to either save. Here you have the option. I'm going to work with this one, so give me a moment. Let me kind of just sort of save some of those. And so once saved, what I can do is I can click on the next to the destination folder. I can just click this button, which what it's going to do is basically take me to the folder where I have the images saved. And you can see the folders as you expect them inside of the posters 01 folder. And the reason I'm doing this is because then you can see if you have many different images saved, so you can then either look them up by the format that you gave them, or if you have too many, so you'll know that the one you graded the highest will contain more like multiplied times the letter that you gave as the grading character. So you can just you will know, just if you order it by name, it will be at the bottom rather than at the top, or you can order them the other way around. So it kind of makes it a bit easier to find what you're looking for. So another option that we have now is basically take one of the images, even a couple of them, and just kind of pin them to library. This will show out up at the bottom. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to generate a few more images. And what it's going to do is basically take the image from the session library here and kind of use whatever it is that I selected. If I select multiple images, if I pin more images to the library and select more of them, they are all going to be like okay, so for now I do not have these images being passed here, so the library will be empty for this instance of the view visual review and save. So what's going to happen is basically you're not going to see anything here, just a blank image. But once, as you saw now, once I connected it to the resize image of the upscale, so meaning that means that basically the next generation of this one, I'm going to see the image has been generated. Here it's just going to generate an empty one, unless it takes actually what I kind of did on the go. I don't think it should. Yeah, so basically it did not generate anything. That's why, because it was kind of connected to the first node instance, so there was nothing in the library, so it kind of generated like blank image. You can ignore it, but now after I will run the second generation, let me kind of do maybe another grade over here, maybe oh, that's nice. So I'll take one more image just to show you that it works basically on multiple of them. Actually, I really like this one, but actually I will take this one to kind of generate. I will add this to the library as well, and I can select that as well. And what I'm going to do now is click again to generate new images, and while I do it, kind of takes the two selected images from the session library which I connected from the node that I connected to the resize image, and generate the images that I selected in here. So you in a moment you will see the upscaled version of those while it's generating new ones for these two instances. And of course what I did here is kind of made sure that the name include AXL for extra large, and if, of course I can add up this sort of a posters initial word to the format, so it will be clearer, but you can arrange it however you want basically. Let's save one of those images as well. Oh, that's interesting. And of course it's not perfect, but I kind of fixed a lot of the issues that I found along the way. So feel free to kind of pass feedback on the repositories for these two nodes that I'm going to add basically on the YouTube page down below. You will have links for both the two custom nodes are Git repository links, so you can download it for yourself and test them around. If you have any feedback, feel free to pass it to me, or just do a pull request on your own, and so we can update this together. Basically, we can see the updated version of this of these two. So basically, I can now save either one of them or both. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that, and just wanted to show you these two nodes that I really hope that you are going to see that they are helpful the way they helped me as well. So feel free to add any comment. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.